Then there was an audition coming up that she mentioned. Donald McHale, the great Donald McHale, had an audition. Paula Kelly was demonstrating this incredible Roaring 20 specials for Harry Belafonte. I was miserable. I was terrible, really bad. I've had one audition in my life. That's the audition I failed, right? Okay, so I went running out, ran out, crossed the street, called my mother on the phone in Philadelphia, said, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I have to stay in New York. I didn't realize when I ran up those steps, there was a man sitting on the steps. That was the man that called me 2 days later. That was Alvin Ailey. That's how I got in the company.
So what did you think of him when you first met him?
Big man, big man. I mean, I had seen him in 1983, not 83, 63, dancing in Philadelphia with the company. I had gone backstage. Our whole class had gone backstage from the Philadelphia Dance Academy. And I saw him, and by that time he was bigger than he was kind of heavy set by then. He used to be spelter, but he was always a big barrel-chested man, you know, really, nobody expected him to move like a cat, you know. And handsome, oh my goodness, the man could stop traffic. And he did, he did. But I saw him then, but didn't really meet him. But I was so impressed with dancers like Minnie Marshall and James Truitt and Thelma Hill, and I mean, it just so many dancers that maybe you don't know about that just were perfection to see and absorb. And our class, our improvisation class the next day, everybody was doing this from Revelations. We didn't invent anything. So when I really met him, I walked into the rehearsal. There was James Truitt, the indomitable Jimmy Truitt, who was my first partner because I did Fix Me Jesus with him. And I came in like, oh my goodness, I'm surrounded by all these fabulous people. Isn't this? And he said, basically, girls, shut up and go over there and learn the steps. You know, and it was said very nicely. You know, it wasn't like, you know, go away or anything. Let's say we have work to do.
Yeah.
Because I had to learn something like.
Put away your wide eyes.
Yeah, there was nothing to be wide-eyed about was what he was saying, because you're a part of this now, and you've got 2 weeks to learn 8 ballets, so get on it.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah. Was it hard to transition from being in a state of awe and excitement to a state of workmanship?
It wasn't hard until the first performance, which was a piece called Congo Tango Palace by the great Tally Beatty, late Tally Beatty. And I didn't realize that in rehearsal, because we had really worked, we were doing 6 weeks of one-night stands, and you know, it was buses and no planes. You drive everywhere, ride there, slap something on your face, go out on the stage that might not have, somebody might have waxed it for you, thought that was the right thing to do. Or in Europe, there would be rugs in these Schauspielhauses that we would dance on. There would be canvas on.
My goodness.
I mean, it was tough, but I didn't realize that they were marking. Do you know what marking is? Marking is when you, if there are a couple of pirouettes, you do like this. You don't actually do the pirouettes. You do like this. You indicate, right? And then you take, you know, a couple of steps that way. That was the glissade. That's the jump. That's just that. And for some reason, I thought their level of rehearsing, I thought they were doing everything as full. So I got out on that stage, and in Congo Tango Palace, the women enter from stage, upstage left and right, backwards. And the music is Miles Davis's Sketches of Spain. And you enter backwards doing the step, 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 and you turn around, and I'll never forget the choreography, and you pull, and that's it. I came out there, and all I saw was a blur. These dancers were on fire. There was so much energy going on the stage. And plus the look changed because it was very, you know, very hearty. It was very, you know, Spanish flavored, flamenco flavored. And I turned around and the people that were like smiling in my face the other day were looking at me like, you know, we're like,
Oh.
okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
So that was the lesson learned.
My goodness.